heavy cost of maintaining Nigeria's 469 federal lawmakers have been a source of concern. Sitting politicians have joined the campaign for the reduction of the number of federal legislators. Now, political researcher Uche Igwe joins us in the news for more on this. Thanks, Uche Igwe, for joining us on this hour. What do you make of the report? Some people say, look, let's reduce the number of legislators. Some say, let's run a unicameral assembly. What do you make of this?
Well, I think that there are bigger questions to this. The reason for having the parliament the way it is, the bicameral legislature, is because of representation. For me, rather than call for the dismantling of one arm of the National Assembly, I would rather call for what I call responsive representation, because there's a reason for representation. And sometimes I do not think that representatives actually are doing what I call responsive representation. That is, to use their positions to represent the interest of their constituents and to represent their demands, to government. That is what representation is all about. But because of politics, sometimes these representatives do not exactly act in that direction, and that is why the cost of governance, as big as it is, has become an issue. There's been all kinds of concerns, really, about the salaries the lawmakers earn, for instance, and it brings out the reason for representation.
Allow me, but in the Uche Igwe, because you mentioned the number of the salaries of the members of the National Assembly. In the United States, for example, we have about 535 members of parliament, 435 in the House of Representatives, 100 in the Senate, earning about $173,000 a month. Approximately, that would be maybe approximately 40 million a year. And then when you look at the UK Parliament, 650 members of parliament, earning about $79,000 a year, approximately $36 million naira. So, but ours seems to be, in Nigeria, it seems to be more here. What can we do about that situation, which is the major concern for a lot of people?
Yes, I think that the salary of lawmakers is a huge issue. And if you ask me, that should be the direction of attention. And I join those who say that the lawmakers should earn a little less than they're earning at the moment. That is important. But again, I have had, opportunities to interact with some of these lawmakers. Sometimes we, the constituents, consider them as alternative governments, and we go to them for burial ceremonies, we go to them for marriage ceremonies, and we go to ask for handouts from them. And like I said, we need to review the issue of representation. Representation is not about handouts. Representation is about representing our demands, to the government of the day. So that overhaul of representation is what I call for, and also a proper understanding of the role of representatives. There are many representatives in the National Assembly today. You hardly hear them during debates, but they keep going back to the parliament because they have learned the art of distributing, distributing pittance and distributing little monies, contributing to burials and things like that, which is important.
I'm afraid we have to leave it there. Many thanks for your contribution.